Hello and welcome. Today we're taking another look at something I've touched on in previous videos, a reference to empty homes in southern Utah soon after the arrival of the Mormons to Salt Lake. Maybe you've seen solid old brick homes sitting quietly in old towns, supposedly as pioneer relics. I'm here to raise some questions to that narrative. Here's a quote from a prominent Mormon leader, supposedly delivered right from the tabernacle, which we were told wouldn't be completed until 1867. In the city of Manti, half the houses are vacant. There are houses enough empty there to accommodate 50 or 100 families. In Iron County also, there are similar advantages. We'll be looking in Iron County today. He goes on to say, "We will fill up these mountains, take up the land, and as they used to say in the States, become squatters, and we will become thicker on the mountains than the crickets ever were." A lot of interesting expressions going on here, especially the part about becoming squatters. Let's pause on that for a second because the tabernacle itself is worth a closer look. We're told these structures took some time to put up after the Mormon pioneers arrived in Salt Lake, as you would expect, because they are massive, beautiful, and ornate. They definitely don't feel like frontier projects. You can also see the temple showing up on early bird's eye view maps before it was supposed to have been built. The style of maps are said to be quite accurate. Going back to the tabernacle, with such extravagant design, shouldn't the building speak for itself? Why the need for decoration like this? It doesn't feel like this is how you would display this brand new wonder of architecture. Here's an old photo of the tabernacle and a gentleman doing the hidden hand gesture. Returning to the earlier quote, let's take a look at a few old homes in the Cedar area. Brickwork, decorative trim, more than what you'd expect from a population just getting settled, and 50 to 100 of them, it seems. How is this possible, given that the Mormon pioneers arrived in Salt Lake in 1847? That's not a lot of time to get a working food system down, water, housing, and then travel over 200 miles and put together hundreds of homes in various places, leaving them empty to be claimed. Here's another piece of the puzzle, an old Spanish map showing brick structures across what we now know as Utah. This is long before 1847. Could it be that these weren't the original builders? And there's this odd cathedral, not something you'd expect in a small Mormon pioneer town. I just picked up on the lower windows. It looks like they are all built partially underground. A quite unusual design for a snowy area. It feels like this structure is partially buried. Supposedly during the Great Depression, they built this, and some of the rocks are said to have gold and ore in them. Quite a bit of extravagance for that time period, and a pretty absurd story. The story goes that a man during the Great Depression had a wagon load of ore, but he was too poor to ship it, so he decided to donate it to the church instead. Doesn't sound very plausible to me. I'm not here to tell you what to believe, just offering another perspective. The more you look, the more you definitely find, and it keeps raising the question, were some of these buildings really built, or were they found? Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.